study medicine here, biomedicine, and despite pretty difficult climate, it's cold enough, and because this city is not surrounded by sea, because of that, their air, especially in winter, is very freezing. It's like burning skin. But anyway, Indian students live there, study there, and enjoy their life in Geneva. Kazan. Kazan, as we have already mentioned that Russia is a multinational country, Kazan is the capital of Tatarstan Republic. Nowadays, it is considered to be the third capital of Russia. Right? The first one is Moscow, the second one is St. Petersburg, and the third one is Kazan. Really beautiful city. Here again, you can see mixture of cultures, like you can see here on the same street, mosque, cathedral, synagogue, and all the people live absolutely peacefully. They're not fighting. The food here is very delicious and unusual. And a lot of foreign students choose Kazan as studying destination. Kaliningrad. What is really interesting about this city? It has no border with Russia. Here you can see a tiny map, and you will see that it has some gap between Russia. There's some gap between Russia and Kaliningrad. Why? Because like before, it used to be there was country called Prussia. It is territory of modern German, and Kaliningrad used to be part of this country. But now it is a Russian city, but because of its cultural heritage, you can see this mixture of Russian and German cultures. And it is also known because of amber. You know amber? It is mineral. And in Kaliningrad, a lot of jewelry made of amber you can buy. So it's also a very unusual city because of many factors, but again, international students attend it and study it. As for Indian-Russian relationships, I will not dive into details. I will just say that the history of our friendship is pretty long. And once I can remember, there was one conference where Mr. Putin has mentioned that India is the only country we have never had conflicts with at all. And we always support each other. We have cooperation not only in educational sphere, but also in diplomacy, in trading, and we have really strong cultural and historical ties. Ties. By the way, do you know who was the first European person who explored India? Oh, I see different answers, but those who say Afanasy Nikitin, they are right. Those who say Vasco da Gama, not at all, because the first person was Afanasy Nikitin. He was a Russian traveler, and after he explored India, but at the time he were exploring India, he has written Voyage beyond three seas. Путешествие хождение за три моря. And recently, I don't know if some of you have attended this event in Russian Center for Science and Culture. Recently, we hosted travelers, Russian travelers, who repeated the trip of Afanasy Nikitin. So they went at the same cities mentioned in this book, and they wanted just to clarify some details which were mentioned by Afanasy Nikitin, like they worked with Indian historians, with Indian researchers, and it was like a very unusual experience as well. Okay, but let's go back to Russian language. So, as we have already mentioned, Russian language have a lot of not native speakers, but I would say speakers, because for some of these speakers, especially those who live in post-USSR countries, Russian is considered to be the second language, not mother tongue, but like second language. And something interesting about it is its alphabet. I know that all of you definitely know Russian alphabet, but the modern alphabet is not something that it used to be at the very beginning. Because how Russian alphabet appeared, they lived Slavonic tribes, and they, again, it's according to official history, they were Slavonic tribes at the territory of modern Russia, like mostly western part, and they did not have their writing system. They just had oral language. And then Greek missionaries, their names were Cyril and Methodius, in Russian we say Kirill и Methody. They reached this region and they wanted to convert people in their religion. But for that, they had to communicate with them. And what they did, they started to learn local language. They tried to represent this local language with sounds in graphics. That's how the first alphabet were invented. It was called glagolic alphabet, glagolitsa. And you can see this glagolic alphabet on the left part of the screen. You can see that it is much more difficult. Script is absolutely not similar to the script we learn today. It was very initial Russian alphabet. And then Russian letters came through different changes because there were writing reform which was implemented by Peter the First, for example, the founder of St. Petersburg. Then it was by Ivan the Fourth. So there were several reforms which made Russian language look like we use it today. Yeah, and this one is called Kirillitsa, Cyrillic alphabet. And in general, for Hindi speakers, Russian language is considered to be not that difficult. First, because it is Indo-European language, and it means that you can find some similarities of Russian words with Sanskrit words. For example, how you say, do you know how to say fire in Sanskrit? How to say fire? Yeah. And how to say it in Russian, do you know? Yeah. And it's not the only example, like there are a lot of words like that. Moreover, there are a lot of sounds, similar sounds between Hindi language and Russian language. That's why mostly Indians do not have troubles with Russian pronunciation. Moreover, we have very long-lasting cultural links, this cultural cooperation. That's why for Indians and Russians, it is pretty easy to understand each other. And moreover, Cyrillic alphabet is not as difficult as Devanagari script, for example. It is very easy to learn. It will take just several classes to learn by heart all the Russian letters. And in general, Indians are really students who speak Russian language. And now I would like to give a floor to my colleague, Mr. Anar Isayev. If you have any questions, you can ask us in the end. And now I would give a floor to Mr. Anar, who will tell you everything what he wants to know about education in Russia. And of course, you will be able to ask all your questions.
Today I want to tell you about the possibility of studying Russia under the quota of the government of Russian Federation. So Russia is the largest country in the world. It has 741 one universities located in 89 regions, from Kaliningrad to Vladivostok. More than 300,000 international students from 168 countries come to study in Russia and live. You can choose from more than 4,000 different educational programs, from nuclear physics to philology. So a little bit history and traditions. The first university in Russia was founded in 1687 and called Sovereign Greek and Latin Academy. The renowned Moscow State University was established by Lomonosov in 1755. Russia is the home to over 40 Nobel Prize winners. Why study in Russia? In Russia, you can gain fundamental knowledge in a whole range of different areas of training and specialties, and Russian universities have centuries-old traditions and rich experience in working with foreign students. Every year, over 300,000 students from around the world comes to study in Russian universities, and this number is constantly growing. The level of the trust and the quality of Russian education makes the country one of the leaders in popularity among foreign students. Continuous development of the quality of education is one of the priorities of state programs, which allows using the most advanced technologies and digital tools to organize the educational process. Everyone will be able to find a place to their learning. The number of training areas presented exists 400 and how subject areas from mathematical and natural science to the arts and culture. The Russian Federation is the largest country in the world and covering approximately 1/8 the Earth can span 11 time zones. It's a unique territory with diverse geographic landscapes and climate zones, from snowy Siberia to the subtropics of the Black Sea. During the holidays, students can explore the marble forests of Karelia, enjoy the crystal clear waters of the Lake Baikal, or climb the volcanoes of Tanchar. Government scholarship programs. 8,000 government grants for foreign students are given in Russia annually. The grant provides you with free education with one of the many universities of Russia on the specialty of your choice to entire period of study. Also, if you need to improve knowledge of Russian language, the grant covers education and preparatory faculties. How to apply? First of all, register for official web portal Education in Russia. Then fill the application form, choose the desired program, choose up to 6 universities where you would like to study, upload the necessary documents, and wait for invitation to participate in the selection process. What programs you can apply for? This is a bachelor degree, master degree, specialty degree, PhD, residence training, and various short-term courses. Why documents? A copy of passport and carries copies of documents, certificates confirming your current level of education. Documents that show your personal achievements. First stage of selection. The first stage of selection is conducted by the Russian House in New Delhi. Then you will be invited to participate in the selection process. The result of selection process will be emailed to you and can be also checked on web portal Education in Russia. Second stage of selection. Prepare additional documents. Then the general health certificate must include that you are free of tuberculosis and hepatitis B and C, and confirming that there are no medical reasons not to accept you at Russian universities, and HIV test certificates. All documents will need to be translated into the Russian language. Second stage of selection also include application will be forwarded to Minister of Education and Science of Russian Federation. If all documents will be, all your application will be sent to university, the university will make a final decision whether to grant you scholarship or not. If you are selected, you will receive a visa invitation from the university to apply for student visa and travel to Russia. So on the slide you can see email, and if you have some questions, you also can ask me, and I will explore the detailed information. Thank you.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Actually, many students ask this question. Many students ask this question, like in the first stage, do we have to prepare the medical certificates? Because many students, they have this kind of confusion that whether one has to prepare the medical certificate, that is one. And second is to whether we have to translate these certificates in the first stage. As your process, it seems it's not required, but still a clarification from your side will be great.
First stage is include the medical certificates, your copy of passport, and the original documents of your education.
In the first stage.
Yes, yes.
But
Then also, it's the first stage. Second stage, your documents will forward to our general office to University in Moscow. So it's.
But as per your presentation, your first stage says that only all the documents, not the.
Yes, because it's conducted by the Russian House.
Yes.
And it's both the medical documents, educational documents, passport, and the translates of all documents.
Translation will be in the second stage or first stage?
First stage.
First stage.
First stage, yes.
So don't you think then it will be very difficult, like for example, 40, 50 students apply and only, for example, 10 students get, then all the 40 students, they will be wasting their money in translating and getting the documents done. I think earlier it was like that, and in your presentation, it was seen it like for first stage where Russian house, just select, then the translation and medical certificate is not required. Earlier, this was the process. I don't know. It is still the same, but PPT says that yes. But you're saying that we have to get the medical certificate.
It's important. We need to translations because it's important for Russia, for Russian government.
No, I agree that it is required. But what for the first, if they are selected, for example, in the first stage, then it is fine if they go for the translation and go for the medical certificate.
Duration, you mean?
No, not duration. У меня вопрос, что вот перевод документов и документы о здоровье, это нужно на втором этапе или первом этапе? Первый этап. А вы не думаете, что если там 100 человек дает заявку, то это будет как личная затрата, деньги и времени для тех, которые сдают заявку? Ну, в вашей презентации было написано, что первое, когда русский дом его, то есть выбирает, тогда не нужно. То, когда русский дом подтверждает, тогда нужны эти документы.
Документы нужны все, потому что без них он просто не пройдет во второй этап. А второй этап — это число России.
То есть первый этап,
Да, нужны все документы. Это разделение внутри условно.
А это перевод, еще вот вопрос от студентов часто вот задают такой вопрос, что этот перевод должен быть там какой-то авторитетный центр или любой перевод?
Паспорт, документ об образовании вы можете перевести в консульском отделе, России в том числе, он должен быть обязательно нотариально заверен. Медицинские документы вы можете в Google переводчик всегда. Они как бы простой перевод. Simple.
Просто паспорт и
Документы об образовании.
образование.
Школа, университет.
Это нотари.
Это самое важное. Остальное все решено.
Спасибо.
То есть преподаватель и инспектор, может быть специалисты русского языка в нашей стране, в нашем центре, можно сказать. Может быть, они могут проверять вот этот перевод и подписать, и все это тоже разрешает при наш вот редакции. Да, как я сказала.
Если у вас есть юридические силы, которые имеют печать, с этой точки зрения, то тогда ок. Если это просто переведенный вами документ, он не имеет, ну, опять же, юридических сил, и в России его всерьез не воспринимают. То есть лучше это сделать через специализированный орган, где к вам будет вопрос. Но вы можете здесь перевести медицинские статус. А паспорт и документы об образовании лучше здесь не переводить, потому что у вас нет полномочий официального перевода.
Да.
Понятно, да?
Понятно, конечно.
Паспорт и документы об образовании должны в нотариус переводить. Это нотариально заверенный перевод должен быть. И медицинские справки здесь спокойно можно перевести. Здесь именно, в вашем центре.
Хорошо, спасибо. Спасибо. А вот студенты, пожалуйста. Можно ли?
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Панкज, у меня есть вопрос. Сколько есть стипендий или награды для аспирантов?
Аспирантов. Точного количества разделения бакалавриат, специалитет и так далее, разделений нету. Есть общая квота, которая на Индию, она на данный момент это 200 мест. И в зависимости от подачи заявок мы совершенно свободно можем набирать хоть все 200 аспирантов, если они подадут. Ну, если у них будет самый высокий балл, естественно.
Есть какие-то определенные стипендии для аспирантов?
Имеется ли она? Имеется в виду. Для аспирантов стипендия есть, конечно.
Сколько? А ведь
Все 200. Но это 200 общее количество.
Значит, сколько рублей на месяц? Один, да.
Здесь все зависит от университета, в который попадет студент, абитуриент, и зависит от университета. Но в среднем, ну, это как обычно в России, 3000.
На самом деле цена стипендии вот каждого конкретного университета, то есть в начале первый семестр у всех одинаковая стипендия, например, 3000, 2000, зависит от университета. Но потом, если студент участвует в extracurricular activities, конференции, научные работы, волонтерская деятельность, стипендия может увеличиваться. Например, иногда, когда студенты очень активные, у них стипендия вообще может быть 50 тысяч. Ну, то есть как зарплата. Но это нужно быть очень активным. То есть там какой процесс? Например, вот первый семестр, вы очень много работаете в течение семестра, вы и волонтерская деятельность, и научная деятельность, и все вы делаете. Вы как собираете эти документы. В конце семестра вы идете в студенческий офис, вы приносите эти документы, вы пишете заявление, что вы хотите получать повышенную стипендию, Повышенные стипендии разные в разных университетах, но обычно они одинаковые. Научная работа, волонтерская деятельность, или, например, если вы танцуете в коллективе университета, ну, кто знает, может быть, вы в футбол играете, вот как спортивная команда университета. Вот вы пишете, заполняете все документы, которые они просят, и потом комиссия в университете одобряет или не одобряет эту повышенную стипендию. Ну, вот, например, я знала людей, которые 50 тысяч имели стипендию, но, конечно, они очень много работали, они жили в университете, вот просто день и ночь. Они учились и работали, работали, работали. Поэтому...
Еще прям одно добавлю, что к такой активности именно студенческой в плане можно писать научные работы. Если писать статьи, опять же, если вы изучаете русский, и это очень востребованная тема, то есть особенно аспиранты, которые хорошо зарабатывают на написании статей и публикаций. Если это какая-то высококвалифицированная статья в научный журнал, то это всегда очень хорошо ценится. Поэтому есть возможность, если захотите.
Да, но нужно помнить, что база, все-таки они говорят о сильных студентах. Как бы это не всех касается, но надо ориентироваться, что это примерно все-таки база от базы. Потому что можно много наобещать, а в итоге получается, ну и так отступление. И нужно помнить еще, что помимо 200 мест, есть резервный список, где подают заявки очень много студентов. В целом, вот в этом году число подачи заявок достигало 1000 человек. Естественно, все не смогли пройти, но они имеют право попасть в резервный список. Есть студенты, которые отказываются по разным причинам поступать на обучение в Россию, и тогда за место них мы имеем право из резервного списка так сказать, доставать людей и отправлять их на обучение. Так что все возможности имеются.
Спасибо большое. И теперь would like to now call upon Anastasia Ilyushina. She is the Chief Coordinator on Youth Affairs, Russian Center of Science and Culture. And Anastasia Ilyushina is an expert in international affairs and political science, graduated from McGill University. Her thesis was devoted to BRICS as a factor of social and economic development of member countries and humanitarian diplomacy in BRICS countries. Since then, she participates in scientific conferences devoted to developing countries and international blogs. And she knows English and Spanish very well. So she has a lot of achievements, but currently in Russian Cultural Center, she is working on the development of the Russian-Indian youth track. She is handling the implementation of new generation programs in New Delhi and providing information for young Indian students about the opportunities in Russia. So let's have a big hand for her and
Thank you very much. Спасибо большое. Так, сейчас мы включим. Вот это. Спасибо большое. Итак, всем еще раз добрый день. Намасте. Hello. I'm very glad that now I have the opportunity to communicate with you. It's like an honor to be here. This university is one of the most historical, very big, advanced university. So I'm very glad. You know that I arrived in India like not much time ago, about 2 weeks. I started working in the Russian house. So just now I'm exploring the like manufacturers opportunities and etc. But I'm very glad that now we have the opportunity to communicate with you, and like please be free to ask your questions and to explore more opportunities that you have with us or in Russia. So, first of all, despite the fact that you have a chance to have your education in Russia, получить образование в России, вы также можете участвовать в молодежных мероприятиях, like to participate in youth events. So, for example, you can participate in like some short term, like a trip to Russia. You can explore, you can find new friends, partners, and then maybe you like strengthen your like desire to work or like have education in Russia. And for that, we have special program. It's the name like New Generation Program. This program was ordered by our president, Vladimir Putin, in 2011. And it's like unites young representatives of political, social, scientific, and business circles of foreign countries. So for us, it's very important to appeal new knowledge, new expertise from your side. And you can see that like throughout this period of implementing this program, we have about 10,000 graduates and from like more than 150 countries. So the program is quite successful now. And for that very moment, we have like special age, 25, 35 years old. So if you are like on this age, you can like freely to participate and apply your documents. So our goals is to like elaborate new ties, to develop joint projects, because you can find new partners, friends in Russia and have some collaborations. For sure, it's very important to have like exchange of expertise, because there are some spheres that are very like advanced in India, and also there are some spheres that are very like successful development in Russia. So we can like have joint project to elaborate on that. So, and you can see that so the process is that you just not only just go to Russia, back, and that's all. No, we have some pre-program work. So before you just go to some events, we can meet to each other, we can discuss like what is that going to do in Russia during this event. It's also like professional development. We have different spheres of these events. For sure, you will find professional contracts. And if, for example, you like young entrepreneur, you can like develop joint project with like Russian colleagues in order to like buy or sell it or something like that. And for sure, post-program work, because we just are not going to forget about our brilliant students that are going to Russia. For sure, we will like cooperate and like welcome you to another project also. So yeah, it's like quite a map. And you can see that Yekaterina has already like mentioned that we have different beautiful cities in Russia. It's not only Moscow or St. Petersburg. And these like different events, they are also located in different regions. So you can like have the opportunity to explore Russia. It's a very big country geographically, and you can like find different opportunities in different regions, because like Russia is very diverse in terms of regions as well as Indian their states. So it's interesting to explore different centers. And you know that now we are working on like elaborating and developing our projects. And for that very moment, our Ministry of Foreign Affairs is like going to consider expand the age of this program. So it will be from 14 to 40 years old. So you remember that now at 25, 35, but it's the nearest future. Maybe it's in this year. It will be from 40 to 14 to 40 years old. And also, if, for example, you are very active students, yes, so and you went to Russia and like participated very successfully, you also have the opportunity to go another time, so maybe like twice, in order to strengthen your ties again, and so it's very useful also for you. And you can see the tracks. So there are a lot of spheres. You can find like event opportunities that you personally interested in. For example, you study international relations, or maybe you are like very interested in journalism. So there are a lot of projects for young journalists. So there are a lot of like tracks here. And here you can see our like main partners to this program. Maybe you like don't know the majority of these organizations, but they are very like, big, successful in Russia. For example, Fond Gorchakova, Foundation of Gorchakov, is, I suppose, it's like one of the most big foundations, and there is like interesting think about this fund that you can like have grants from them because you are like a foreign citizen, but you can have grants to your projects indeed in the foundation of Gorchakov. It's a unique foundation in Russia where foreign students can have like their grants. Also, like there are other different agencies, universities, and etc. So here you can like find some QR codes. They like move on to our experience in this program, and also can we like turn on another presentation? And also. It's so much. Now just I want to show you the concrete events that you can apply now. So for there are so like you know that like forum campaign in Russia it starts like in April or May. So the majority of events they like in summer or in autumn. Like in Russia, they will held. So and you can see that some concrete events. So if you are interested in, you can write to me personally. You will see my contacts here. And we can discuss how you can fill in all the documents to this event. Oh, thank you very much. You can see it. Oh, wonderful. So you can see, so for you can like make photos, or we can send you the presentation through our honorable Dr. Sona to you in order to explore more. But first of all, for example, St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. Yekaterina has already mentioned Eastern Economic Forum. It is held in Vladivostok. And St. Petersburg Economic Forum is also one of the biggest forum in Russia. It will held in St. Petersburg. It's also held annually, and it also visited by our honorable President Vladimir Putin. So it's like about it's about different economic advantages, entrepreneurs. So there are a lot of like sessions. It's like interesting very experience if you like can visit it. So please like move on to the dates with deadlines and write to me if you like want to participate. We will discuss the concrete details because there are a lot of like maybe differences in terms of each forum. Also, you like study Russian. You maybe will have the opportunities to be professionals or experts in Russia soon. So the second program is like for you. You also can like apply to this program. It's this program is located in one of the most advanced educational centers in Russia, in very beautiful town Pyatigorsk. It's also like with mountains, so it's quite interesting to participate in it. Sputnik, it's about journalism, as I already mentioned. Also, like Eurasia Global, it's one of the like most the biggest forum in Russia for youth. So it's a lot of directions here. Just if you are active, if you're a young reader, or maybe you have. I know that a lot of young Indians have their own NGOs. So it's also quite interesting to share your experience with others during this forum. Also speaking about like journalism, about SEO. So if you're like studying international relations and you're like interested in this format of cooperation between SEO countries, it's for you. If you're, for example, very artistic person, you can like move on to the theater art and also try to apply. And also, I highlighted International Youth Forum. I have already knew that some of you participated in World Youth Festival. Yeah. So I was one of the organizers of this event because I worked for the Federal Agency for Youth Affairs in Russia, and I was in Sochi also, and also like participated in it. And this International Youth Forum, it's like continuation of this World Youth Festival, and we also like welcome our young leaders from different countries to strengthen their ties they have already built during the World Youth Festival. So it's like for us, it's like a little bit special event. So if you like will do a great job with us together, for sure we will help you to go to this forum also. And also it's my contact, so please write to me and ask the questions about the events. And also there is a QR code to our WhatsApp group. It's our club, friendship club, дружба, and also dosta, as far as okay, dosta, yeah, in Hindi. So this in this group we gathered young activists from India. This club was established in the end of the previous year, and now we are going to like develop it and have some events, especially for young people who are like members of this club. So just and also we share the information here also in this group. So let's please move on and use this opportunity. And also I just can I okay, and also it's our QR code to our social networks, Facebook page, Telegram channel. So please subscribe and follow our news. We just constantly like review the information about our activities. And one more a fact that I want to share with you. So you know that on the like this year we celebrate the 18th of anniversary of the Great Patriotic War in Russia and the Second World War. So Великая Отечественная война и Вторая мировая война. And you know that Russia and India like defeated together against fascism, Nazism, and you know that in Russia we celebrate this like anniversary like very it's very important for us to remember our ancestors and to support the memory in our minds about this like event. And on the 7th of May, 7 мая, we will have special like event. It will called like Immortal Regiment, Бессмертный полк. Может быть, вы слышали. And also на формуле. Ага. Хорошо. Сейчас мы включим QR-код на регистрацию. So you can use QR-code to register to this event. And we will have concert. We will have like special field kitchen, and you can try how it was like many years ago. You can try it. And if, for example, you know your grandfather or your grandmother or your some relatives that participated in war, you can like send to us photo of your dear relative, and we can help you to print it. And like together we will have the opportunity to to remember them and to find this information useful for each other. So please use this QR code to register. I think I will finish my presentation. Thanks a lot for your attention. For sure, be in touch. Thank you.
Артистка фильм называется. Это интересно.
Очень доступный сюда, очень большой.
So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you for your attention. And we just invite you to our film screening on the 24th of April at 5 p.m. So people increase our time, it's just free entry. Sure. Okay, and we will have huge dishes, so you can try some dishes in our Russian house in Videl. So we're waiting for you. So you are the best audience in the world. Just thank you.
Thank you very much. I think Yekaterina was giving a hint that there will be a great grand dinner on the eve after the program, after this film. As she was saying that something special is there on 24th of April. So please join if you have time, then at 5 o'clock in the evening at Russian House.
Дорогие студенты, do you have any questions about Russian culture, Russian language, about new generation program, about education in Russia, this water system? Do you have some questions? If you have, feel free to ask. Yes, please.
I'll be completing my graduation this year, after 1 month. So last time I did see this text in the graduation group that the master's program that will be continued. If I want to continue my master's in Russia, the deadline has been completed. I guess I could not find and get my passport, so I'm late here. So can I apply now, for example, if I want to continue my studies in Russia?
You finish this May, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Anna, сейчас набор закрыт.
We announced about the beginning of the submission location approximately in beginning of the October of this year. October.
Next year.
Okay. For the next academic year. В этом 15 января. Подача. Сроки для всех образовательных программ абсолютно одинаковые. Старт примерно 10 октября. Примерно.
Sujay. My name is Sujay, and we are very grateful that you are here. We welcome you all. So I have two questions. First of them is that how to decide which university or college to go, how to select for that specialization, maybe business, administration, literature, economics, maybe anything. So do you have three such lists which we can go through other than the QS ranking or any other ranking? Because one of them is the ranking that by which we select a university. So is there any list also?
When you open the web portal Education Russia, you can see that you can choose 6 universities and also apply to the 3 programs in each university. So on the web portal, you can see.
Sir, I have already gone through that report.
Yeah.
But there it isn't specified how to choose. The rank is given randomly.
There is no such training programs.
It is given randomly, sir. It's neither given A Tuesday, or like something. We can only select a university given on the basis of region, location, or its ranking worldwide.
You can choose just
Is it that we go to the website of the university one by one and then select how it is?
you can choose 2 universities from one region. For example, for Moscow, you can choose two universities. From St. Petersburg, 2 universities. And from Novosibirsk, for example, 1 university. So, maximum 3 regions.
Yes, sir. But how to get the how to
It's your choice.
so
Each university has like their own advantages maybe or concrete spheres that are the best in this. But I think that you can see it through the website and just like calmly see and explore, or maybe you can ask us to get some piece of advice to you.
Additionally, I want to say that, of course, there are some top Russian universities. Most of them are in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, like McGill, like for diplomacy, Moscow State University, what else? RUDN, Russian Institute of Friendship. But you should take into consideration that the competition in such universities is much, much bigger than in some regional universities, than in some universities of not that high rank, like yeah, Moscow Polytechnic University was already mentioned, but for example, I worked there. There are a lot of international students, and it's easier to get scholarship to such university. But again, when you apply for scholarship on the website, you choose several universities, as Mr. Anar has already mentioned. I guess 5 universities, right? Six. So you choose 6 universities, and you can prioritize this university. Like the first university is the university you want to go most of all. And if somehow the administration of the university rejects your application, you automatically your application goes to the second university, the university from the second position. So anyway, you choose many options for yourself, and like you ask about programs again. If you open the portal, there is filter. You can choose faculties you are interested in, and automatically you will see the universities which suggest these programs. So again, you can go directly to the website of every university to read some details, to read about international activities of these universities, to collaboration of this particular university with some outside organizations, Russian organizations, international ones, and make decision, because like we are not allowed to promote some universities like Rudian and University go only to Rudian, because like it's not our interest that if you go only to Rudian or Rudian, for example, yeah.
Second, thank you, sir. My second question is the MBA course available in English language for Indian students going to Russia? MBA, course related to management and administration.
It's almost the depend of the university. If university have the English programs, you can choose any different one.
Yes,
Okay. The building clarify.
और किसी का कोई सवाल?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gillian Mizova. She could not come today, but we always appreciate her initiatives, and thank you for proposing this program. And thank you very much, Yekaterina Dmiak. She has come with the team, with the new team, Anastasia Yushina, Dmitry Alexienkov, and Anar Isaev for coming here and giving these insights to our students. And of course, like many students may be having questions, like one student who asked like how to choose the university. Maybe I'll just add, you can always go to Cultural Center. There are various programs as like on 24, this next movie is being shown. So there, like you can just watch the movies and interact with people over there, and you will find some clues. Of course, like officially, Russian House cannot promote 1 or 2 universities, but when you talk that you have this kind of interest and you would like to go to any top university, they will just suggest you. Like people who are there, not always like the officials, but there may be others who will be able to suggest you like what right path you can choose. And of course, then later on, you have your teachers to consult with, your friends, your seniors. You can discuss that same thing with all, and then you can take decision on that one. Thank you very much for this wonderful session. We hope active collaboration in future as well. Thank you very much. Now I would request everyone to please come this side for a group photograph. So dear participants connected online, thank you very much for joining. We hope for our next meet soon. We have our next meeting here on this platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sona.